Hey everyone, so I'm working on this painting of San Miguel. It's, as you can see, it's upside down. Why? Because I'm working on the sky. I'm working on the sky. And on this particular painting, I've done acrylic. All this blue is acrylic. And I'm starting to go over it with oil. That little part is oil. This is oil going over the acrylic, so I mixed it with varnish and linseed oil right here, just some ultramarine blue, which is nicely transparent, and you can see what the effect is of going over acrylic in oil. The reason I do it upside down is because I don't want it to drip onto the picture. So most of my picture is up there. There's just a few little things here, so it's just safer to do it upside down so that I don't have drips. Some people don't mind drips, and it's even become a part of like the how would you say it, fashionable thing, pop art or whatever, to have drips. Have paint dripping down your canvas. I mean, it's up to the person, up to the artist individually, whether you want that effect or not. But I mean, you can see how much richer that oil is than the acrylic. I mean, the acrylic, apart from it being just an sort of unpleasant tone of blue, at least to me, it doesn't, that tone of blue doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make me feel anything in particular. It's kind of like listening to elevator music or something. It's just like, yeah, it's blue, whatever, but it's not exciting in any way, shape, or form. So this deeper blue, and it's not just because it's darker or something. I painted that cross right out because it's just easier to paint it back in later than to go around it. This oil blue has a depth, it has a profundity to it. It has it's like you're looking into the sky, you're looking into that blue, and there's a depth to it. Whereas if you're looking into this, you're looking at it, you're looking at a surface. That's all. It just looks like you're looking at a surface. There it looks like you're looking into depth, and this is coming forward. Here it's just all surface. It's completely surface. Even that firework, it doesn't look like it's any more forward than the blue. It's just all surface. And I think that's something that perhaps is difficult to explain or describe in words, maybe, and you might not, you might read it and not believe it, or hear it and not believe it. But I mean, I think seeing it sort of proves the point that it's real. And I'm just gonna go over the whole firework because I can't be bothered to go around it. It'll be easier to just paint it again later. And one of these how would you say, one of the things I like to do is just to give more variation. If I've gone over this with the glaze and then I'm gonna repaint these fireworks on top, they're gonna look better than just having painted them once. It's just gonna have more complexity to it. So that's in short why I prefer working in oil over acrylic, and you can see in all of these, like everything is acrylic right now because I started. Why is it acrylic? Because it dries easier. It dries quicker. The paint is cheap. It's quick drying. It's like if you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix it. You just wait a minute or wash it off with water or whatever. But once the drawing's in and once it's all sketched in, I would much rather go over it in oil than to leave it as is, acrylic. And you can see how rich, and there's depth to this, and then there's no depth to that. That just looks like surface, like canvas surface. So sometimes I just start them off with oil also, but in those cases, it's not as easy to do overpainting. Like if I've painted something in one color, I have to wait a pretty long time before I can actually change it to a completely different color. So sometimes in early stages, I like to use acrylic as a base. And yeah, for more of these videos, check out my Patreon. Once we get a bunch of people on there, I'm gonna start doing giveaways and stuff like that. But yeah, for now, there you go. It's quite a bit better, as you can just see. Just that area, how dull that looks compared to the new blue. And I'm gonna go over this whole painting and I'm gonna glaze this whole thing. Just haven't figured out in what colors, but once it's glazed, it's gonna look so much better.